Hey everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for today's explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to be your guide as we unpack a truly fascinating, just beautifully crafted item straight from our source material over at the channel Silverzz. You know, if you're someone who really appreciates when fine artistry meets deep tradition, you are going to absolutely love what we're looking at today. It's a very specific, incredibly unique item, the silver cashew. So, throughout our explainer today, we're going to break down exactly what this thing is, why it matters, and the heavy cultural weight it carries as a symbol of pure abundance.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this number right here, 999, is basically the foundational detail for everything we're discussing today. 999. We aren't just talking about some basic everyday silver item. This is explicitly designated as 999 pure silver, and that's an absolutely crucial distinction. It tells us right off the bat that we aren't dealing with a simple, low-grade trinket or, a base metal that's just been plated to look all shiny. No way. This striking number guarantees the absolute top-tier quality of the material itself. It sets a massive standard of excellence right out of the gate for the object we're about to explore.
Section 1. The 999 Silver Cashew, a beautifully crafted object. So we already know the material is pure silver, right? But they've taken that raw material and shaped it into something highly recognizable, yet totally unexpected. A cashew, literally a pure silver nut. The source describes it as a unique and charming decorative gift. Let's break that down for a second. That description elevates the item from just being a neat piece of metal into something with a real, clear purpose. It's decorative, meaning it's designed to be displayed out in the open, to catch the eye and add aesthetic value to a space. But honestly, more importantly, it's inherently designed to be given to someone else. And those words, unique and charming, they tell us for sure that this isn't your standard run-of-the-mill present. It's got real personality.
Moving right into Section 2. Perfect for festive occasions, or when to give the silver cashew.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how cleanly these categories dictate when this gift really shines its brightest. Just look at this list. Housewarmings, Diwali, weddings, and then a broad net for other festive occasions. These aren't just random days on the calendar. These are monumental milestones. I mean, a housewarming is the very beginning of a new home. A wedding is the start of a brand new family. Diwali is the grand, incredible festival of lights. So we're seeing that the silver cashew actually possesses this immense versatility, specifically scaled to match the gravity of life's biggest, most joyous celebrations.
I actually want us to slow down for just a quick second on this specific phrase. Delight your loved ones. To me, this represents the true emotional core of this entire explainer. When you combine the pure silver, the beautiful craftsmanship, and those major life events we just talked about, the ultimate goal isn't just some polite transaction, The goal is to bring genuine, heartfelt delight. It's an intentional, thoughtful act that's meant to spark real joy in the people you care about the most.
Which brings us to our third section, a symbol of abundance, the deeper meaning.
So you might be wondering, why a cashew? Why give this specific shape during a wedding or Diwali? Well, and this brilliantly illustrates the answer. The silver cashew is a symbol of prosperity and abundance in Indian tradition. This is the key. It's the key that unlocks the whole concept. It completely transcends being merely a decorative, shiny object on a shelf. According to Indian tradition, the cashew itself is an actual bearer of good fortune. So when you're giving that 999 pure silver item at a housewarming or a wedding, you aren't just handing over a piece of decor. You are literally gifting a wish for endless prosperity and abundance to the recipient. How amazing is that? Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 4, the final takeaway, focusing on key logistical details. First up, it's hallmarked. This ties right back to our very first point about the 999 pure silver. You don't have to just take their word for it, hoping it's real. The purity of the item is officially certified, stamped, and totally guaranteed. It brings complete 100% trust to the purchase.
Second, it's gift-ready. Think back to that idea of delighting your loved ones at weddings and housewarmings. The source makes it super clear that the logistical hurdle of wrapping and presentation already solved. It comes perfectly prepared to be handed right over to those loved ones, completely removing the friction from the whole gifting process.
And finally, it's made in India. Now, this is a vital detail. We just learned that the cashew is a symbol of prosperity and abundance in Indian tradition, right? Therefore, the fact that the physical manufacturing of the item actually takes place in India directly authenticates it. It perfectly ties the physical creation of the object right back to the cultural traditions it's meant to symbolize. Which leaves us right here.
We've seen the 999 purity, the absolutely beautiful craftsmanship, its role in major festivals like Diwali, and its deep, deep roots as a symbol of prosperity. So, based on everything we've unpacked today, the big question to ask yourself is, whose housewarming or wedding will you bring abundance to next? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did.